Cheers, Aston Villa 4, Nottingham Forest 2. Welcome to the player ratings. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are well. And yes, I am feeling extremely flat after that one because we just didn't turn up, man. We did not turn up. Some of the old traits were there. Early goal conceded. Defensive mistakes left, right, and centre. A lot of people saying, why was Niakate playing at left back? Hindsight is a wonderful thing, as they say. We're going to get into all of that. I think my mood, I don't know what your guys' mood is, kind of now reflecting back on the players who are just flat. And that's how I feel, just flat, man. I feel like Kieran Knightley's chest, man. That's exactly how I feel right now. If you can bring yourselves to do it, hit that like button. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. And yeah, let's get into this player ratings. Okay, so look, I don't know why Tavares was injured so late and what happened, but Tavares really missing created a couple of issues. One, Callum Hudson-Odoi didn't look like he had a sparring partner down that left-hand side. And then secondly, Niakate looked lost at left back. He really did. Brandon with the £5. Thank you so much, buddy. Just awful. Nuno and the players. Not just on Nuno, but it was flat and undesirable. I mean, end the stream. That's exactly perfect. But yeah, so look, Niakate playing at left back, I thought could work. I'm not going to go revisionism here. I thought maybe Niakate being a better defender than the likes of Tavares could actually hold Bailey, who was just, let's be honest, he was brilliant today. He got in so easily behind them. That was a mistake. I thought Danilo was really poor today. Again, this is why I was saying changes had to be made and should have been made off the back of the West Ham game. Now, with the AFCON players, the finalists not being able to make it, were there really many changes that could be done? I don't know. I don't know. But let's just get into the player ratings, man. This is going to be painful to do. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't already downloaded Sofascore, it's completely free. Please make sure you do download it. ! Score in the chat. Get that link downloaded. At least make the weekend slightly better. And let's start with the goalkeeper. That 8 is from the last game. You are not getting an 8 this game, son. Okay, look, for me, Sells is... Okay, so what I say today, remember, there's a bit of Forest depression kicking back in. As I think Stoney said in the watch along, man, it's like a roller coaster with Forest. High, low, okay? Sells doesn't... I still didn't notice him today, which is not a bad thing. I mean, could he have saved any of the goals? Maybe the one Ollie Watkins squared across, maybe he could have got there a bit quicker. I don't know. I think Ollie Watkins dinked it across the goal to Leon Bailey, I think. But at the end of the day, he's conceded 4 goals, man. That's... He's not really at fault for the goals, so I'm not going to go in on him like he's had a crap game. But 4 goals is still 4 goals. And to be honest, guys, are many players going to score over like a 4 or a 5 today? I don't know. I'm giving him a 4. I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to be harsh with the players where needed. I'm not blaming him for the goals, but it's still 4 goals conceded. He gets a 4 from me. Not for me, bad decision. Poor effort, says Brandon. Between the sticks, conceding 4 is shit. Yeah. So I'm going to give him a 4. I'm not going to score many players, if any. To be honest, I don't think many are going to score highly today at all. You guys have given him a 4.5. Keep those votes coming in. It's a live count, so as soon as you vote, it goes towards the tally. Please do hit that like button if you haven't already. We've got well over 300 of you in here kicking us off. So make sure you've hit that like button. Okay, so I'm giving him a 4. Let's move on to the next player, who will be Nico Williams. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I didn't think he was brilliant today. I thought when everyone's head dropped towards the end, at least he kept his up and was kind of still fighting, showing a little bit of spunk in him. You know what I'm saying? So, but he was better at West Ham. Let's just say that. I think he's a 5. Like, maybe, probably, maybe man of the match with a 5 today. We'll find out. I'm giving him a 5. 5 out of 10 for me. You guys have gone a 5.3, about the same. I'm seeing a lot of 5s in the chat. Get your scores in individually in the chat. 3 from a few of you, a couple of 4s, the odd 6 here and there. This is so depressing, man. I hate football again. I really do. I really do. Okay, then Felipe. Felipe was really bad today, guys. Like, positionally, I didn't think he was great for the couple of the first goals. It was on his side where it was empty. The problem was the goals, the shift, because of Niakate, what you found was that Murillo was being pulled out to the left. So Felipe would have to go even more towards the left-hand side. And that would create the overload gap on the right-hand side. And that just really did cost us. It really did. And then they both got nutmegged for the first 2 goals. I don't want to say I told you so, but I said we shouldn't have played him today. Because the pace of the game was too much for him. Pace of the game is too much for him. I got pelters for it, but whatever. I'd rather I was wrong. He's a 4. It's a 4, if that, for me. It's so flat. It was so flat. Simon's in the chat. How you doing? Sai's gone all the way to Villa today. What does Yates bring? Seriously, he's so shite. Will never score, will he? Nope, he won't. So Felipe a 4 for me. You guys have got a 3.5. I have no arguments with the score. I have no arguments with the scores you guys are giving. 3.5. He wasn't very good today. And probably for the first time ever, Murillo's not an automatic man of the match, is he? And in fact, you could probably say he was, again, kind of at fault for a couple of the goals. Again, he got nutmegged for the first one, dragged out of position. Didn't really look his normal self. Didn't look his normal self at all. 4. 4 for me. I'm just looking at this. 6s and 7s, man. 6s and 7s. The defense was shocking. You guys are giving him a 3.9 out of 10. I think that's right. I think it's bang on the money. This is one of the hardest player ratings I've ever seen. Most players could be scored 0 to 5, and any score would be fair. Chuck, I completely agree. Really disappointed with Murillo today. I hope this doesn't knock his confidence. Look, what I want to say as well. Look, we are feeling down, okay? But let me give credit to Villa. Villa are a good team, okay? They are 4th on merits, and fair play to them. I just think tactically we didn't play the game right. I really do. 4-2 is not the end of the world result. The other thing I want to add as well is that at 3-0 down, it could have gone really, really wrong. And you could tell Nuno absolutely read them the riot act at half time. And at least for 10 minutes after the second half, they came out and they actually put something together. At 3-2, it just needed calm heads. It needed calm heads. And that's what we didn't get. We conceded the 4th and then it's done. It's done. But anyway, let's not let's just move on. Okay, I'm going to be interested in how you guys judge Niakate on that performance. Because again, technically a game of 2 halves. Really bad in the first half. Gets the goal that keeps us somewhat alive in the game. And then at centre-back, I don't think he was too bad when he replaced Murillo in that position. So it's a tough one to judge him. First half, defensively, you should be like a 2. He gets the goal, brings him up to a 3. Second half, I thought he was okay at centre-back. I thought he was okay. I think I think it's a 4. And I think we can't be too harsh on him because he's been played out of position. I say I think it's a 4. I've just basically given everyone a 4. Tavares is injured, Rufus, yeah. The problem when he was at left back was that they were getting in behind him. He was getting caught in no man's land. It was just literally like he was either in front of the ball, or when Callum Hudson-Odoi had the ball, he wasn't there as the release pass. So is it his fault that he was played wrong? You probably have to say it was Nuno for picking him there. I don't know. I don't know. But the other point I made on the stream is, are we saying that Tavares is now the second coming? That if Tavares had played, all would have been okay? No is the answer. No is the answer. The whole performance was flat. See what you guys rated him as. You guys went 3.99. Bloody hell, that's pretty close to a 4. I just feel flat. I've already had Luke messaging me as well. Murillo who? Luke, if you're watching, piss off. Love you though, but not today, man. Not today. Okay. Shall we move on? Wait, let me just change something quickly. No, that's fine. Rather have Worrell back at right back than Musa left back, says Icy. Bloody hell, bro. Bloody hell. Okay, Danilo. I thought Danilo wasn't good today. Just very poor. Very poor. It's just idiotic to play a centre-back when we have a perfectly reasonable left-back on the bench, says Adam. Danilo 2 today, says Simon. 3. Catfish saying 4. 1. 6 from Chaka. 6s. Yeah, I think Timothy's probably spot on. Crap first half. I wouldn't say good second half, but better second half would be the word I'd use. It just feels like I'm going to give everyone a 4 today, man. I thought, again, not brilliant. We're crying out for Sangare. We're crying out for Sangare. Someone who can do something, man. Control that midfield. You guys have gone 4.4. There's 400 of you in here. Please don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new. And then it's I can't even, like, you know, normally how I'd be like, oh, Danilo did this, did that. There was a chance here. There was a chance there, blah, blah. There was nothing really much to discuss on that game from a Forest perspective. It was really like crappy, man. It really was crappy. Okay, let's just keep moving. Let's keep moving. Look, I'm gonna say Danilo was good. Dominguez was decent today. He just fights and he puts a lot of effort in, and I like him. I like his work rate. Did he do anything offensively? Not too much. Defensively, I thought he was good in the right positions in the majority of the time. Probably one of the better players on the pitch for me. So he gets higher than a 4. Not much. He's going to a 5. It wasn't a good performance from him by his standards, but it was better than the drovel we saw from the rest. So he's getting a 5 out of 10 for me. You guys have gone exactly 5 out of 10. Okay, fair enough. Peter saying, why change a winning team? Well, we had an injury for a start. And secondly, the only real change there was that Niakate came in for Tavares. The rest of them don't have that excuse. The rest of them were really, really woeful today. Okay, and then let's talk about Elanga. Elanga's shooting is horrific at the moment, guys. It's horrific. He should have scored. Look, this Elanga miss, and we've seen a couple of it in the last game. The miss was so pivotal to that game. I do like his blue eyes, Badger. I do. The problem with it, why was it so pivotal? Because it was at 3-2. He scores that, we go level, and suddenly there's maybe a bit of a bit about, you know, our play. No, he misses it. And then I think a few minutes later, they end up scoring 4-2. He had to be more clinical. And overall, was his gameplay decent? What was our second goal? Is that Morgan Gibbs-White one? Look, he did some work in that second goal. It was decent. He got fouled. We played on. Origi plays a lovely ball through. But I'm not scoring. I'm scoring him a 3. I'm sorry. That miss is so pivotal in us getting back into that game. And he missed a load last week. He's got to finish those chances. Frustratingly good. Today, I thought he was frustratingly bad for me. My opinion. Let's see what you guys said. You said a 4.2, so you're giving him a little bit more. We should have started with that second half team, says Turbo. Yeah, it was. It was. We'll talk about Nuno and the team selection in just a second. Jan giving him a 5. Excuse me. 5 out of 10. Okay, let's move on. I'm starving. Anyone else in the chat hungry? Let me know what you're having for dinner, because I am starving. Okay, Morgan Gibbs-White. Now, Morgan Gibbs-White's finish was absolutely on point. Forest Hood with the £2. If this is the tone, can't wait for grumpy old Reds. That will definitely be tomorrow, because I'm sure there's going to be some hot-headed panelists if we were to go tonight. I don't know, Morgan. I thought his finish was sublime. His corner was better, the one we scored for the Niakate goal. But generally, it wasn't a great performance. Now, no one was. We've already established that. 2 eggs, chips, peas, and onion rings, says Sharky. Making me hungry now. I'm going to give Morgan a 5. A 5 for me. 5 out of 10. It was okay, but not Morgan. They're just all flat. Flats, man. Kieran Knightley settings, flat. 5. You're giving him a 10, Forest fan. Bloody hell. Making spag bowl and watching you. Oh, Weezy, put me a plate, man. I'm starving. You guys have gone a 5.7. Yeah, between a 5 and a 6 for me. The finish probably does bring him up to a 6. I'd probably recant my 5 and make him a 6 there. Full English today of black pudding, says I. I think I put a 6 for Morgan, says Mark. Gibbs for the finish 7, but the rest of the game was below par 4. So overall a 6, says Craig. Craig, come and swap seats with me. I think you're spot on there. Okay, and then Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's missing Tavares, for sure. Only a couple of times did he really get his head down and make a run. He wasn't the worst player on the pitch. Or am I having to eat? I don't know, man. Whatever the missus makes for me. I'm going to say Hudson-Odoi 4. 4. It's turning into a golf channel, man. The amount of 4s flying around. 4 out of 10 for me for Chow as a 4. You guys have gone a 4.8. A 4.8 for Callum Hudson-Odoi. And then Taiwo. Taiwo. Bloody hell. I forgot he was playing, guys. I'll be honest with you. It was a couple of times at Taiwo where he should have gone through and he bambied up. I'll be honest with you, that's probably his worst performance since he's been back from his injury. I wasn't that impressed with him. His touch looks completely gone. I might have to give him a 3. Yeah, Brandon, I agree. He was pocketed today. I think he's a 3 for me. Again, are we going to still keep going on about the excuse, is he match fit, is he match sharp? He's had plenty of games now. And he got subbed off at half time, didn't he? So I got a 3. You guys have gone a 3.8. Okay, let's talk about the subs, because the subs were actually quite positive. First one on was Origi. I thought Origi for 10-15 minutes. Taiwo got the assist for the first goal. Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? The header across. You are correct. But I don't think the general performance was that good. Look, Origi for me was probably the best player on the pitch for 10 minutes. And that was enough to make him stand out. I thought his through ball was delicious to Morgan Gibbs-White. Absolutely right angle, right pace, right everything. Good. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Now, did he fade? Yes. It was weird though, wasn't it? He was kind of playing as a inside right forward, and Alanga got moved up almost up front, which was weird. But he was okay. Now, he was okay last game, okay this game, better than doing nothing. So I'm going to give him a 6. I've been harsh on him quite a lot this season. I'll be generous. You guys have gone a 5.5 with him. And then the next sub was Omabamidele. Oh, whoops. Let's clear the screen. Omabamidele. I didn't notice him. I didn't see him make any mistakes. Exactly what I want from a centre back. No, I did. He got he got pushed off the ball, didn't he? He was very weak against Watkins for the Bailey goal. Very weak. In fact, got floored. Yes, it's coming back to me, unfortunately. I've already tried to block the game out. He's got to be a 4. It was very weak on that one. And Watkins, I wouldn't call him a Frank Bruno, you know what I'm saying? 4 out of 10 for me for Omabamidele. 3.9 from you guys. He made the mistake and cost us the goal. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now, Crypto. It's all coming back to me. It's Celine Dion settings. It's all coming back. All right, and then Tuffalo came on. Look, I know you lot were all crying out for Tuffalo. Which fine. I don't think it was the wrong choice to do. But did he really do much? If he was coming on, he had to try and help Callum Hudson-Odoi. I don't think he was that good when he came on. I'll be honest with you. He wasn't that good. There was no real major mistakes, but it wasn't a good performance. He was better at left back than Niakate. But 4 out of 10. What are you guys saying? 4.5. 4.5. Okay, we're about the same. Oh god, then it was Yates next. All right. Does he know how to shoot? Has anyone ever taught him how to shoot? I'm trying to remember when his last goal was. Would I be right in saying Blackpool in the 4-1 defeat last year was the last time Yates scored a goal? And even that was a consolation when we were 4-0 down. He was rubbish with that chance. And he did something else that annoyed me. I can't remember what it was. It was a foul or something. He was good in the championship. I agree. You're going to give him a 1. Yates is not a Premier League player. Did Taiwo go off injured? I don't think so, Peter. I think they just, he wasn't playing well at all. You know what? He was probably one of the poorest out there for me. I'm giving him a 3 as well. That chance would have got us back in. Welcome back, Kicks. Hope you're well. He always shoots at the keeper or Meadow Lane. Yeah, that's a hell of a shot there, Estro, to get it from Villa Park to Meadow Lane, man. Alanga Yates and Callum Hudson-Odoi score their chances, and we would have won that, says Simon. Yep. And if we didn't make the mistakes, if, buts, and maybes, it is. You guys got a 3.11 for Yates. And then finally, Reina, before we get into Nuno. I honestly didn't think he did much when he came on, guys. Not much. I just remember McGinn ghosting past him at one point and Reina almost just watching him go by. He wasn't very good. Now, he hasn't had much minutes. We all know that. That's a given. I don't feel he had too much of an impact on the game. So I'm just going to give him a 4. 4 out of 10 for me. And you guys have gone a 4.5. Okay, let's talk about what we need to talk about now, which is Nuno. Look, there's a lot to dissect about what Nuno got right and got wrong. Now, it's fair to say a lot was wrong. So we're going to do this with hindsight, although I will hold my hands up and say, okay, bringing Niakate in, I could understand the logic on that pre-match. But it was clearly not the right choice, okay? And especially as we do have a left-back fit in terms of Tuffalo. Now, what I will put in the positive column for Nuno is that he clearly knew he got some things wrong, made some quick changes at half time, and the changes look good. As a couple of you have said, we would have been better off starting with that second half team than the first half team. So fair play to him for getting those changes done when he did. However, that doesn't excuse that the flatness of the team, the flatness of the performance emanates from the manager to start with, and the team selection was wrong. I still think Felipe shouldn't have started. I think Danilo shouldn't have started. The problem was these AFCON players, the finalists, where are they? Why are they injured? How are they injured? There's some questions we need answers to. And then I've got to say, I didn't think his substitutions in terms of after the second half were correct. He brought Yates on 73rd minute when you're chasing the game, and I did not like that at all. Yates, for me, I'll say it time and time again, is if you are winning and you want to slow the pace of the play down for the last 15 minutes, you bring him on. Bringing Yates on when you're 4-2 down, I don't get that logic. If I'm being honest with you, I don't know what he was trying to do there. He takes off Dominguez and leaves on Danilo. Should have been, if anything, for Danilo. Now, is Dominguez unfit enough to get through 90 minutes? Well, then they got to get the fitness coaches working hell and high water over him. So that one didn't make sense. I would have brought Reina on at that stage for Danilo. I would have put Morgan Gibbs-White in the 8 and then Reina in the 10. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Bring Yates on if you're trying to lock out a game, fine. Fine. But not at the time he did. Now, was the game done? Probably. Probably. Would we have got back in? Probably not. But at least it would have been a positive movement forward. You know what I'm saying? So that for me was wrong. Also, I didn't like why he kind of played Elanga up front. Personally, if you're going to do that, bring on Rodrigo. See what the kid's got. See what the kid's got. Because Elanga's not a false nine. Cooper's tried that before, earlier on in the season. Doesn't work. Does not work. So I would have, if you're going to bring Origi to play out on the right, then put Rodrigo on for Elanga. Would have been the other option. Maybe he's got a little bit of specialness about it. Maybe there was, he could have produced an unknown bit of magic. Don't know. Look, it's all hindsight. It's all easy to say now. But it's just like, Nuno for me is a 3, guys. It pains me to say it, but he's a 3 out of 10. There was a lot wrong. I'm all shitty and effing fuming. I really am, says Nikki. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I'm trying to keep it together. I'm trying to keep a little bit of positivity. So I'm going to give Nuno a 3. You guys have given him a 3.7. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's not so much... I'm just... You know what it is with me, guys? Is that you look at it before the match and you start thinking if Forest win, we go to 27 points. Things are looking very rosy. And suddenly we can look up FFP, PSR regardless. Yeah. 27. There's a 7-point gap on the bottom 3. And now you look around, you see that Everton picked up a point. Palace got a win. And you're like, nah, come on, man. It's not been a good weekend. The only silver lining for me is that Man U lost, which is quite funny. And we've got them on Wednesday. So I'm feeling a bit deflated is probably the word I'd choose. And I've got to say the players' performance was completely deflated as well. But I still would say, objectively looking at it, did you really expect us to go away at Villa Park and win that match? The answer, if you ask yourself truly, is no. But the problem is the way we lost. The way we lost with the goals we conceded, the lacklusterness in the performance, the Kieran Knightley tempo of the game. It's not good enough. And the mistakes were back. So that for me is the bigger kick in the teeth. That really is. But we are where we are. The good news is there's only 2 days that we can mourn over it. And then we got to start focusing on Man U for Wednesday. And then it's the small matter of the league leaders at home in Liverpool. So I'm fully expecting some changes to happen. But hopefully this shows you guys why I was really strongly on the opinion that the team against West Ham needed changing for this one, because I could see where this weaknesses could be exposed against Villa. So listen, we move on. The season's, there's plenty of time and plenty of things that need to still happen in there, and will happen. There'll be more ups, there'll be more downs. We just got to kind of dust ourselves off and look ahead to the next game. So go grab yourself some food. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit that like button. Excuse me. I'm the wrong screen. Hit that like button. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. And please do, if you get a second, just now at the end of the stream, if you go and click on the Sofascore link, which we'll put it in the chat for you now, download the Sofascore app. It's completely free and it really does help support the channel, and it doesn't cost you a single penny. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow on the video. And grumpy old Reds. Come on, you Reds.